All right, Walter, you asked. I'm live, buddy. All right, how y'all doing? Merlin, Godzilla, Luvion, Hamong, DSV, Earth Money. How y'all doing, guys? What time is it for me? It's just shot. It's about 15 minutes from 10 o'clock. Godzilla, nice time to stream. Yeah, it's fucking great. I got work. Yeah, I was joking, Luvion. Don't get me wrong. I was playing Horse Girls, gambling. No. Don't get me wrong. DSV, we're doing that. Holy fuck, we're doing that all day tomorrow at work. Fuck work, bro. Yeah, we're doing that all day tomorrow. Justin, what the fuck? Are you at 2 months now? Did you go from? Holy shit! Did you go from Sharon to Trissy? Holy fuck! Bet all your money on horse racing. I don't know anything about it. And I'm not going to lie to you, over the weekend, I got some inspiration. I bet some money on blackjack, and I lost it all, so, oof. Yeah, it's all good. It was like a menial amount of money. I don't really give a shit, but, you know, permanent, solid. What? Permanent, stay, reject, no. Lengthen this word to 3 characters? That's garbage. What the fuck? I'm writing some smut for practice. Romero, how's it going, man? Holy shit, yeah, you're at Trissy too. Okay, cool. Okay, that's awesome, guys. 2 months. That's fucking wild. Reject. Holy fuck, this is hard. Permanent. Temporary. Okay. Permanent, temporary. Sometimes. Often. Rarely? Not hard to read one-handed. Not hard to write one-handed. Sorry, Justin, give me 1 second. Let me get that updated. There we go. Okay. Permanent, temporary. Temporary. Break. Change, reject, deny, refuse. Whoa, okay, cool. Temporary change, okay, temporary change, vacation, okay, vacation, break change, break. Okay, like you break a thing. You break fix. Fuck. Trend. Fluctuate. I think you should delete all the messages before stream. See if I get to 0 XP. Oh, I thought about it, Walter, but you have so many fucking messages. I'm not spending 10 minutes doing that. You're out of your fucking mind. Change, fix, break, repair. Fuck. Repair, break. So I just learned solo leveling 1 anime of the year. You should change it to. Yes, we can. Yes, DSV. If you delete his messages, he loses the XP for those messages. And he can't just regain them by Mend. That's a good word, Romero. You fuck. Okay, break. Mend. Okay. Okay, think of other words to say break. Damage. Nope. Let's go! Let's go! Let's fucking get it. Let's go. Okay. That's done. That's done. That's done. A lot of I know. We had like a couple of the OGs getting to 2 months. That's kind of nuts. Nightwalker. Will timeout work? It kind of maybe Nightwalker, but no, I don't think it will. I don't think it loses XP for it though. Man, we don't use the Pepe emojis much, but man, I love them. Both of them. Oh, actually, now that I think about it, we should be able to add the will accept an emoji right now. Hold on. So let's will using don't remind me. Don't remind me. I will start to. I will start to, Justin. Trust me. I don't want to do that. I'm trying to save all my YouTube money because I'm like, listen, like I don't need anything right now, but whenever I want to upgrade my setup, no, Bunny, I haven't forgotten you at all, buddy. I know I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, I'm just saving it for like whenever I need to upgrade the setup, I can just use that. Okay. Which one? Okay, I think we should be able to add another emoji right now. Which one do you think? We could do the sleepy one because I'm sleepy often. Save it for the Azek emoji. Azek cosplay. True. We could do that one. We could do that one, or we could do that one. You guys let me know, okay? Of course, I don't forget any of you guys. These. Can you get another wig? This one's getting old. No, I have sentimental attachment to this one, and by sentimental I mean it's fucking drilled into my skull. Do 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 do. Okay, that's done. What else can we do? What other daily games do we play? Have we done connections today? Fuck. Oh, we did it. Did that. I'm bad at strands. Was taken, was also done. My god, we've done most things today. Anyone have any fucking suggestions? My god. Oh, I guess we can do some chess. I don't even like to anymore because I just get so fucking cooked every time. All right, no, we're gonna play quick 3-minute game, okay? Because I'm extraordinarily bad at 3 minutes, so we're gonna do 3 minutes. I mean, I'm clearly extraordinarily bad at all of them at this point. So what does it even matter? Ah. Incoming loss? Fuck you. You're probably right, but all the same, it hurts to say, okay? Pray to the true creator it will help. You know what? At this point, if I lose this game against a fucking 485 rated player, I might actually have to fucking consider it. Wiz, what would you do if your parents suddenly put on a monocle on their right eye? I think committing suicide is clearly the only right answer. So I would do that for sure. Yeah. If he does this, that'd be annoying. Okay, we're safe. We're safe. Oh, if he did that, that would have been so fucking annoying because I would have done this. Well, no, and then if he took this, then I just do that again. Ugh. But either way, I don't like it. Out of sight. Is he dumb? Why would he do that? Well, no, if he can take this, but then I take this, and then he does that, and that's just dumb. And both things are mine. I'll pray for you to grow. The Lord... Oh, yeah, okay, I'm not repeating that. Last time I did that, chat got really angry, Romero. And by chat, I mean Dr. Z. Weirdly enough, though, not as mad as the last time when I said the... Not the true creator, but who the fuck was it? Oh, the Lord of Storm's name. Oh, she was so ticked. Okay, I'm fine there. Pawn e4. That's why I'm dumb. You idiot! You thought you had that pawn. Sorry, Godzilla. I just I had that waiting for so long. Dude, are you gonna make me play it out? Come on. Oh, he's such a bitch. He's gonna waste the time. What a fucking dick. Alright, let me just get them. He doesn't realize I'm live. I don't give a fuck how long he takes. I'm just gonna get the book pulled up really quickly. Let's update the titles really quickly. We're on 1034 gains. He's actually... Oh my god, he's actually gonna waste the time. What a little shit. Faceac Frank, how's it going, man? How you doing? How is everything in Faceac? We haven't heard much from over there yet. So how you doing, man? What the fuck was the name of the title? I forgot already. Bro, I'm actually old. Gains. Oh, dude, he's actually such a prick. He's actually waiting the timeout. If there was a chat, some words would have been spoken. There is a chat. Nah, he ain't saying shit. MXG? I don't think I've seen you here before, man. How you doing? Thanks for popping by. Oh, he's actually letting the time run out. Bug, how's it going, man? Oh, this guy's such an asshat. Oh my god, just lose, bro. Why you gotta be such a bitch? Ah, I had a great. Was that the final move that was a great?
You saw your chance for the win with a nice tactic and you took it.
Shut the fuck up. What do you think this is? Ah, okay, that was a great. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm completely won in this position. It's fucking... I'm up 3 points of material. He's just cooked. Freshly from night shift? Ah, shit. Nice, man. Alright, just heading home, Frank? I mean, and then he just does that, and it just goes to mate in 2. Goes bang, 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 checkmate. Please pray to the Lord one. I have already done it, Romero. It's in chat. If I lost the game, then I would have needed to, because I was sort of kind of cooked. But now that I won, I'm okay. You know what? We're okay. All right, let's go. 10:34. We're gonna be reading a little quickly because I do want to get to bed at a decent fucking hour. Otherwise, I'm gonna be cooked at work tomorrow. It's the first time I gotta. I was here when you were finishing the volume 4. Oh shit! Oh, okay, thanks for popping by, man. I appreciate you coming back. Yeah, I gotta be decently, fucking acute at work tomorrow because it's the first time I actually meet my manager. So if I'm like fucking spaced out because I didn't sleep at, because I didn't sleep until like 3 o'clock, I'm actually fucking cooked. Okay. The boundless grey fog boiled as the ancient majestic palace burned. What the fuck? The blazing flames condensed into a fiery blob as though the blinding sun had risen out of the mysterious space. It's fine. It's not that important. I mean, she can fire me, but you know, all the same, making a good impression means she might be off my back, and if I make a bad one, she's gonna be on my ass all day. So, it's better if you know say that. But you know, you're gonna go gambling after stream, aren't you? No, I'm not. I'm not a fucking lunatic. Howling Ramiro. It's obvious you've never worked a day in your life. Is not what Benson qualifies as a curly-haired baboon. From what I've been told about her DSV, she would. A howling hurricane flipped through the long bronze table, snapping the thick stone columns. Sitting at the full seat, Klein's brain was boiling before holes exploded out of it and charred maggots began crawling out. He didn't die and had even very calmly reached out his right hand and tapped the armrest of the chair. Above the grey fog, this space quaked in an obvious manner. Waves of power surged out one after another, calming the hurricane and extinguishing the flames. The blazing sun evaporated little by little. The thick stone pillars stood once more as the model table returned to its original state. The magnificent and holy palace appeared as though it had never collapsed or suffered damage. Klein's head instantly recovered, and the charred maggots that drilled out had turned transparent before crawling back. Dr. Z, how's it going? As expected, stronger than Ankh-Fault. Klein muttered to himself as his expression couldn't help but warp. He couldn't help but massage his forehead. While muttering, he wrapped the edge of the table and made the mysterious grey fog quake once more. Amidst the quaking, a pitch-black shadow erupted, emerging out of the palace's floor. The shadow twisted and struggled before being wiped clean by the grey fog's power. After nearly a minute, Klein calmed down. That should be ASG, Adam and Amon's dad. From the crucifix he wore and that line, let there be light, there's a high chance he is the first transmigrator? How do you figure that? What? Let there be light, because he's referring to, I see what you, okay, never mind. Okay, I get it. Okay, perhaps he's Caucasian with a religious background. He used a language that can stir the powers of nature. Dude, I didn't get that, right? Oh, man, I thought it was Evernight. Oh, fuck. I didn't get that. I thought it was Evernight. Fuck. Yes, it has similarities with Faceak of the northern continent and Dutneys of the southern continent. Can't get them all right? Yeah. You win some, you lose some, right? This allowed me to barely understand what he was saying, despite not knowing the language. This is the language he learned from that strange building? He transmigrated there and inherited a rich inheritance? Good afternoon, Mr. Fool. It's actually the middle of the fucking night, but all the same. Cross, Adam, let there be light, angel, seraphim. To a deity who claimed to be a creator, this kind of corporeal pain and that distortion can only appear in such a situation. Yes, the divine blood he dripped before his death fused with a crucifix and turned into the latter's form, becoming a rather powerful sealed artifact. From the looks of it, the unshadowed crucifix was obtained by one of the three kings of angels, or it landed in Adam or Ramon's hand. To them, this is an important item their father left behind. He's our Christian boy. Oh yeah, damn. The previous possibility isn't too high. Although that's interesting. So the one that Adam is wearing, the cross, because Adam is also wearing a cross, but he's probably just wearing like a simple, but he's wearing like an imitation of his father's, I guess. That City of Silver's level is certainly high. The City of Silver's creator's level is high. He was able to sense my prying, despite this long stretch of history between us. He cast his gaze above the grey fog on this space. Furthermore, the influence he created not only caused the destruction, but also secretly invaded this place, creating a special shadow lurking nearby. Tanab, how's it going, man? That is kind of goated behavior, though. Doesn't this mean that once one obtains the authorities of several domains, a deity's level will also undergo qualitative change? Doesn't that just prove my Super God theory? That if you obtain several authorities, you undergo qualitative change once again. Probably what Evernight is trying to go through by taking the death domain. She's trying to become like a super god. What does the uttering of mysteries mean? Is it pointing to me or the original owner of this space? Klein's questions flashed through Klein's mind. He came up with several theories, but no answers. Due to his fear of Adam, he believed that the best outcome for the unshadowed crucifix was to have the City of Silver's godlike sealed artifact shatter it and reform into a pure Beyonder characteristic. Oh, I guess that would do it, because it would give him, because he would be able to sell that to the little son, eventually. Reining in his thoughts, Klein suppressed his questions, conjured a pen and paper, and began writing down the knowledge he had learned from looking at the City of Silver's creator. Sequence 4, Unshadowed. Main ingredients, supplementary ingredients, I don't give a fuck. A ritual, extract the strongest emotions that one is most unwilling to abandon before consuming the potion. Inject these emotions back again during this process. Oh shit, we got the whole, oh my god, we got... Wait, which pathways are these? I don't know what pathways these are. Which pathways don't I know the three? Because I got a sequence 3, a sequence 4, and a sequence 3. I got sequence 3, Justice Mentor, sequence 4, Black Knight, sequence 3, Trinity Templar. Which pathways are these? What? Okay, which pathway... Yeah, I don't... Yeah, no shit. Thanks, guys. Which pathways don't I know 3 and 4 of? Justice Mentor. Justice makes me think Arbiter right off cuff. Add all of them at range when you find out. Yeah, I guess. Because Disciplinary Paladin, Justice Mentor, I feel like would fit right in. Sequence 6 Judge, Sequence 3 Justice Mentor, that kind of fits right in my mind. No, I'm not gonna. Black Knight, that's, dude, I don't know what pathway that is, but that might be the coolest name so far. Trinity Templar, that immediately makes me think like a pious believer, which makes me think like the Bard pathway. Yeah, but so far, right now I'm just gonna write these down. I can't be bothered to try to figure out who this is, or what pathway this is, rather. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Ba 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 ba. Okay. Okay. In front of an ordinary house in Sherwood Borough, a postman riding a bike braked and stopped at the door. He then settled his bike and took out a letter from his bag, glancing to check if the address was correct. It's here, for Gio. The postman briskly walked to the mailbox and threw the letter in. After that, he didn't delay as he got on his bike and went off. After a while, a pitch-black flame suddenly spewed out of the mailbox's mouth. The flame burned quietly and dispersed. The black flame is obviously of the Demoness pathway, so Tracy left something for Gio to try to reach out to her. In Empressboro, the opulent villa of Earl Hall, Audrey sat beside her golden retriever, Susie, and saw her father come in. He had his brows knitted, deep in thought. "Father, did something happen?" Audrey asked. It's nothing important. I just never expected Havin Rambus to be a member of a cult. He's a member of a cult? Audrey asked. Yes, he's wanted by 3 churches. I still don't know what cult he's involved in, though. Has he been caught? Audrey asked curiously. No, he disappeared before the warrant was issued. It's really hard to imagine that he's a cult member. He's of excellent character and is so knowledgeable, rational and objective in so many things, and filled with wisdom. That's what he wants you to think, Audrey mumbled inwardly. Then, as usual, she entered the small prayer room at the home before dinner. She faced the sacred emblem of the Evernight goddess and got into a praying gesture. I love how Audrey stands in front of the Evernight goddess's statue and she goes, "The fool that doesn't belong to this era." Blasphemy. After chanting the honorific name, Audrey reported, Havin Rambus has gone missing. He has been identified as a cultist and is wanted by all 3 churches. With that said, Audrey was about to solemnly pray to the goddess when the grey fog appeared in front of her. I'm aware. The blurry figure on the chair sat down and nodded. Just as the secret existence said that, the scene before Audrey's eyes changed again. It was a figure who was praying. Honorable Mr. Fool, the Church of the Evernight has obtained intelligence from Quanos Kilgore and confirmed that King George III hides a huge secret for the obtaining of a Blood Emperor ruins in the Sturluin segment of the Tussock River. He colluded with the Demoness sect and the Psychology Alchemists to partake in human trafficking, creating the human disappearance cases that ultimately led to the Great Smog of Backland. The Demoness sect's former representative was Despair Nightingale Penatia and was later changed to Saintess of White Katarina. Saintess of White? Wow, was she a member of the clan, bro? What do you mean of white, Katarina? For the Psychology Alchemists, it's Havin Rambus. Please remind Miss Justice to be careful when she meets Havin Rambus again. She needs to be prepared. His Majesty. Audrey's eyes widened. This was hard to imagine, partly due to the fact that this news was shocking for a noble like her. In addition, it had to do with a lie, which magnified her emotions. At the same time, a news report flashed in Audrey's mind. According to preliminary estimates, a total of 21,000 people died in the smog, and the plague subsequently took another 40,000. So that's how it is. What the hell is the king plotting? My theories? So Bullseye, I don't currently have too many because there's just so much shit going on. And my main one that Evernight was a transmigrator got cooked this fucking chapter, which I'm so ticked about because I thought that was such a cool theory. And the fucking divination came right twice in a fucking row. My divinations never let me down, bro. What the fuck? So that's gone. I think someone's trying to become the Black Emperor, though. Who? I don't know. Maybe the king? But maybe the king is also trying to become a red priest. That's why he wants to go to war. And maybe they killed that guy, the Baron or the whoever the fuck before, because he would have been very anti-war and had a lot of influence. I don't know. She subconsciously lowered her head and said, "Thank you, Mr. Fool. Convey my gratitude to Mr. World." Audrey then sat in silence, without moving for a long time. 10:35, diary page in advance. Oh, is it a Tarot Club meeting now? There's a universe where ASG enjoyed the Uma Uzma game. Now, he's a religious nut, so... Well, I don't know about nut, but he's very piously religious, so I don't know if he would have been pro gacha games, you know? Nah, gambling's bad. Nah. What about the slaves and the smog? Well, I think the slaves are being taken in the mausoleums or whatever to be used for sacrifices. The smog, I think could have been like payment for the... could have been payment for the Demoness sect maybe or something. He's a Jesus cosplayer. Hold on, I gotta turn on my fan. Give me 1 second. Okay, let's go. Backland Eastboro, inside a 2-bedroom apartment, Forrest picked up a fountain pen and wrote. This was a letter for her teacher, Dorian Gray Abraham. It was to tell him that she was in danger and had no choice but to leave where she stayed. Replies were not to be sent there, and if he had sent a letter, to quickly change the address and identities if possible. After writing plenty of words, Forrest put down the pen, folded the letter, and stuffed it into an envelope. She then changed into outdoor attire and left the room with the letter she wanted to send. Is Forrest now as high a sequence as her teacher at this point? No worries, Nightwalker. You have a good night, man. Wait, actually, I will sleep. What the fuck? Nightwalker, isn't it like the middle of the day for you? What the fuck? You should be like 12 hours ahead of me or something. No, it's like 9 a.m. What are you on? For these, she had no choice but to personally head out to send the letter and buy some groceries. Hire? Her teacher is a 6. No, she's a 6. Her teacher is a 7. That's crazy. Bro, what are you, my teacher? 7:40? Nightwalker? Come on. As for Gio, she had already gone out. She wanted to mail a letter to her former rental apartment indicating that Viscount Stratford's loyalties lied with the king. She wanted to see if she could drive Charmaine's observer to take actions. Seriously, if after everything is over, I was so afraid that I nearly forgot to write to teacher. If I had finished it earlier, I could have gotten Gio to do the mailing. Forrest wore a bonnet and walked to the dark staircase all the way to the bottom. This was in the periphery of the Eastboro, where technical workers and low-level managers stayed. As Forrest heard chimes from time to time, she slowly walked along the side of the street. At this moment, a postman stopped his bike, took out a stack of newspapers, and entered the condominium beside her. Forrest casually glanced at it and discovered that the copy at top was News at the Sea. People who live here subscribe to such a newspaper? What the hell? Forrest retracted her gaze in surprise. See? Even there, I feel like even that... Eddie, I don't think I've seen you here before, man. How you doing? Thanks for popping by. See, even that, I feel like it has something to do with it. That fucking newspaper, I don't think it's that, like, people here have something to do with the maritime trade. Maybe there's, like, someone hiding away in the apartment beside them. Someone of the apprentice pathway or something, you know? Or of the arbiter pathway due to convergence. However, this wasn't something that that was worth paying attention to. She quickly walked to the mailbox that she saw at the end of the street. The postman entered the condominium and found a few targets from a row of mailboxes stuffing the papers inside. Shortly after, a mailbox was opened and the newspaper inside was taken out. The person who retrieved the paper walked up to the 3rd story, opened a room, and sat in a simple reclining chair. By the side of the chair, there was a black wooden table with a stack of papers on it. Some of them were stacked neatly with their front pages up. Some were bent asymmetrically. On them were the corresponding reports. Shocking. Crazy adventurer made fugitive. Crazy adventurer appears again. Incredible hunt. The man closest to the king of the seas. Adventurers worth £90,000. Used to watch the uploads? Oh, I appreciate you popping by, Eddie. That's awesome. When you say uploads, are you referring to like the volume ending videos, or are you referring to like VODs? Every time they say postman, I get, dude, Amon just fucking... Dude, I swear to God, it's not even Amon PTSD I have. It's actually fucking Jack PTSD I have. Like, everything, I'm like, bro, the smallest thing I have to remember all of it. The VODs? Oh, that's awesome, Eddie. Thanks for popping by, man. How you doing? Jack actually has me, like, fucking up my own ass because I'm so scared. Story of Gehrman Sparrow and the 3 female pirates. Shooting to fame in one battle, Gehrman attempts assassination on Vice Admiral Ailment at night. Is there someone here to kill Gehrman? Oh, motherfucker, I wish a motherfucker would. Let's go. Shortly after Forrest finished her purchase and returned to her apartment, Gio had finished her trip and returned as well. The reason for their timely return was because it was Monday at almost 3 in the afternoon. Dude, Justin, that's not even a fucking joke, dude. Jack changed me. The nearby cathedral's bells resonated as a crimson-red beam of light surged at Forz and Gio. Inside the majestic palace, by the side of the ancient table, figures appeared simultaneously. Like always, Audrey stood up first and said, "Good afternoon, Mr. Fool." Justice seems rather down. From the looks of it, last night's news is still affecting her. I nodded. At this moment, Audrey wasn't in a good mood, noticed with her sharp skills that there was a bronze cross beside Mr. Fool. Where did this cross come from? To be placed on the table, it's an item that's at least at the level of a card of blasphemy. Is it? I mean, it's a sequence 4 unshadowed level item. But it also is ASG, so I don't know. Are we gonna have post volume 6 with pre? Oh god, don't say that. Oh, you scared me. You're actually scaring the piss out of me. Where does it come from? What use does it have? Questions flew through Audrey's mind. This was the first time Mr. Fool placed something in front of him that wasn't a card of blasphemy. Immediately following that, Alder, Catley, and the other members also noticed the cross. Amongst them, Derek felt a subtle calling to it. He felt that the bronze cross was drawing him in. Convergence. Very cool. He recalled a basic rule in lessons. Convergence. This is a high-level sealed artifact of the Sun Pathway? Mr. Fool places so much importance on this item? It's more important than what Gio and I imagined? Forza was stunned. When it came to matters involving gods, her thoughts would never develop towards romance. I sure fucking hope not. What are you gonna be fucking have? Well, I guess she's never read ancient Greek. Bro, Zeus was fucking anything that moved. That's not even a joke. Animals, doesn't matter. Pawn shop would give me 1750. When it came to matters, nope. Okay. Gio shared similar thoughts with Forrest, but didn't say a word. Just as Audrey was deliberating about raising her hand, Catlea closed her eyes and turned her body and said, "Don't worry." Before she bowed and spoke, Mr. Fool chuckled and said, "Don't worry, the glasses you conjure can seal the eyes of Mystery Prime." He knew very well that Ma'am Hermit had become a demigod, turning into a mysticologist. Partly because Catlea prayed to Mr. Fool before she held a ritual, hoping to advance under his watch. This way, even if she failed, she could be blessed and not lose control or go mad. Towards this matter, Klein wasn't too confident about it because he had never attempted it before. Divination also didn't give any answers, but since he had agreed, he believed that if she failed and didn't die, it would definitely be all thanks to Mr. Fool. If she were to lose control and go mad, she wouldn't care if Mr. Fool was a cheat. This is true. In short, Klein's main purpose was to give her confidence. This is like selection bias in like data sampling, because 100% of the time the outcome is either neutral or positive. Because either she advances okay and she's like, "Oh, Mr. Fool is watching over me. I'm goated," right? Or second, she fails, becomes a monster, gets killed. She can't really tell anything to anyone, so no one really knows the fool is survivor's bias. Yes. Survivor's bias. Actually, you're right. And she can't tell anyone, so it kind of doesn't matter. I think that I think a really cool way I heard this was Neil deGrasse Tyson was talking about this, despite the fact that he's kind of fucking annoying. He does occasionally say a cool thing, and it was like, "Oh, did you know like 80% of plane crash survivors are reviewed where the plane's exits were?" And it was like, at first that statistic sounds cool, like, "Oh, I should read the fucking thing." But then he was like, "Okay, well, 100% of the people who died could have read it, but we don't fucking know because they're dead. So that statistic means nothing." So it's kind of a similar thing. Towards this matter, Klein wasn't too confident. Nope, already read that. After witnessing Ma'am Hermit's advancement to demigod, Klein heaved a sigh of relief. At times, acting as a god is harder than acting as a human. When believers encounter trouble, there are usually two outcomes, life or death. Their survival is naturally due to the blessings of deities. On the other hand, after becoming a demigod and being used to more of the powers of the Grey Fog, the Fool could easily see the astral projections of the Tarot Club members, thus reading their current pathways and sequence. After sealing her eye of prying, Cattleya heaved a sigh of relief and said, Mr. Fool, there is one page of Roselle's diary this time. Good. You can think of a question or request. Ma'am Hermit was worried that the glasses she conjured would be unable to seal the Eye of Mystery Prying. This means that Ma'am Hermit's Eye of Mystery Prying has been significantly boosted. Why would there be a sudden boost? She advanced to demigod? Our Tarot Club member's second demigod? Audrey instantly thought. She then cast her gaze at the male member opposite her and realized that the hanged man's seating posture had changed. He had apparently figured out that Hermit was a demigod. The little son's gaze was still staring at the bronze cross with no reaction. The moon Emlyn hesitated for a few seconds before looking up to Ma'am Hermit. Mr. Starr was like the little son, his eyes vacant, as though he was waiting for the diary part to pass. Mr. Fool, can this question be accumulated with the next one? Cattleya asked. Sure. Cattleya didn't speak further as she conjured the page only to flash it into Mr. Fool's hand. Klein scanned the page and took in the information. 19th July, night of the blood moon. Mr. Doerr's answer allowed me to confirm one thing. In the ancient secret organization, the second blasphemy slate I saw wasn't complete. Oh, shit. They have the second blasphemy slate. Oh, wait, I might have already asked this. I apologize if I have. Do we eventually get to know where the first and second blasphemy slates come from? Because they give us all the knowledge of Beyonder potions. So it was like, what the fuck existed before this? Like, who caused this? We do? Okay, cool. Thank you, guys. Okay. Because, like, before this, they were just cooked, you know? There were no potions. How do you even get stronger? Like, you just get... Eventually, but I won't tell you LOTM or COI. No worries. According to Mr. Doerr, the main difference between the second blasphemy slate and the first isn't that the latter has many unique sequence names, but that the former had many additions. It was a secret the ancient sun god caught a glimpse of towards in his later years. Alright, as a true god, there's no such thing as later years. I'm just using the human concept of period from his birth to his fall, so that would be considered his later years. In other words, the second blasphemy slate's creator was ASG. But the first one had additions. So ASG took stuff away? Does that mean there's like hidden info that only like really, really old people would have access to? Like Mr. Doerr might know some like old shit, like, oh, like, hey, if you actually do this while advancing instead of this ritual, if you actually do this ritual and you know, do some other fuck you, Justin, and you actually do XYZ as well, you'll get like way stronger faster or something, or you'll reduce your chances of of losing your mind. But why would he remove stuff? That's interesting. Does that mean that it's considered a key relic of the ASG? Then who is the one who created the first blasphemy slate? The second... It's so fucking funny to me that I just asked the question who created the second blasphemy slate and fucking got the answer 4 lines later. God. Hold on, let me add this in my... Okay. Mr. Doerr didn't answer, only saying that it involves too many secrets and cannot be explained in just a few words. If he were to return to the real world, he would be able to tell me in detail. Oh, he's such a bitch. Do you think I'll fall for that? As this blasphemy slate was mentioned, I recalled 2 questions that have been bothering me for a while. What does it mean to be the trend of the times, and who defines the trend of the times? Mr. Doerr's reaction was odd. He laughed for nearly 20 seconds before telling me to be careful of the spectator. What the hell does that have to do with my question? Oh, it does. Because Adam defines the trend of the times, I guess. With his reminder, I carefully recalled the contents of the second blasphemy slate and discovered an unusual problem. Second one had additions, but in the Twilight Hermit... I see what you... Oh, thank you, Romero. Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, I see. Okay. With his reminder, I carefully recalled the contents of the second blasphemy slate and discovered an unusual problem. As a Beyond of the Savant pathway, my memory is something I can be proud of. However, I only recall the sequence 0 of the Spectator pathway's visionary, but I have no impression of its ritual to become a god. I can remember all the rituals for the other 21 pathways. This is the only one where not only do I like an impression of, I even subconsciously neglected it. Oh, because Adam was probably the one showing him the slate because it's in the Twilight Hermit order, and he and he probably gave it like psychological invisibility. He said like, "Nah, you're not gonna, just scatter off. I don't wish for the ribble rabble to know that what I wish to do in the future. The fuckery. Do you know the 5 angels under the Tudor order? Tudor? The 5 angel families, are you referring to, Dr. Z? Yes, and Abraham, Antigonus, Ammon, Tamara, Jacob. I tried asking Mr. Dorr what the ritual of the Spectator pathway was. He laughed and said, "Didn't you already say it?" The ritual for a Spectator pathway to become a god is to make the developments of the time to be with one's expectations, then consume the potion for the advancement when it's at a certain time node in that trend. The tides of the time are changing. Someone's about to become a sequence 0, which is going to be an expectation of Adam, which is going to allow him to become a sequence 0 visionary. Oh, so good. We're about to get a sequence 0 Black Emperor and a sequence 0 visionary back to back. Of course the Twilight Hermit Order is helping them. Oh, because Adam becomes a fucking god. Oh. And boys, I don't know. I'm just saying. I feel like Adam's gonna try to bring his dad back when he becomes a god. Adam's gonna be like, "Dad, I'm coming. I'm pulling you out of hell with my own 2 hands." Compared to the times is part of the original creator. Only when the times develop according to one's expectations can he draw energy from it and revive. This seems more objective. I knew that among the founders of that ancient organization, there had to be someone with the plans apart from the zealots. By the way, I just want to say, Ancient Sun God, ASG, Ancient Secret Organization, ASO. Coincidence? I think not. On careful thought, this is a terrifying matter. It's fine when stuck in lower mid-sequence Beyonder levels, but once someone is of a high standing, they might suffer an unknown and sudden destruction simply because their thoughts, ideas, or a matter they would like to push forward disagrees with the existence's expectations. Be careful of the Spectator. I'm very curious how Mr. Dorr knows what's on the second blasphemy slate, as well as the various rituals needed to become a god. Oh, bro, this guy is something. His answer was that he had seen the complete second blasphemy slate, and with him were Solomon, Zaratul, Tudor, Truonst, Augustus, Einhorn, Sauron, Castilla, Zoroastriano, Constantine, and company. They were families who reigned over the Beyonders in the 4th epoch. That's so cheating! These guys are such assholes. They gained... Wait. Hold on. Wait, these guys fucking knew all... These guys know all the pathways, and they're like, damn, like, no one's gonna become a high sequence beyonder because, like, we know all the shit, so we're just gonna control everything. These guys are such dickheads. But what I was saying was, this has everyone, but this doesn't have Amon. The Amon family should have been up here, but it's not. The Amon family was one of the 5 noble families, but he's not in here. Why the fuck is he not in here? Adam, we can... I don't know Adam's last name. It doesn't even matter that he's not here because he controls the Twilight Hermit Order, which has the second blasphemy slate. So even if he doesn't... Even if he didn't see it with these... Even if he didn't see it with the homies, he was the one loser who didn't get invited when all the homies were going out to see the movie. But he went and watched it himself so he could be part of the conversations later. So, like, Adam knows it, no problem. But what about Amon? He doesn't have his brother probably don't like him. Let's be honest, they probably hate each other. Interesting. The secrets contained in this diary page made Klein feel as though he was facing a mythical creature form, embroiling his mind in a storm of knowledge. Now he is the movie director. All the same, he didn't get invited to the cookout, so fuck him. Wait, actually, I need to put that entire fucking first half of that chapter in my notes. That's crazy. The spectator ritual is to make the times develop according to one's expectation. If that's the case, Adam has been subconsciously preparing for this since the beginning of the 4th epoch. So the secrets that King George III is hiding and the possible developments are in line with his expectations, to the point of him being given a helping hand. Once the tides of the time come rushing in, not only will with things not being capable of changing, he will be able to become a god. In that case, engaging with a deep investigation of the Great Smog is dangerous, abnormally so. Even if I'm a blessed of the goddess, having an official Beyonder's background and being able to cooperate with angels, I can't ensure my safety. If this were the past, he could relax after reporting the matter to the church and even leaving Backland. But now, as a blessed of the goddess, he had already promised to seek out Havin Rambis and the Saintess of White. It was truly a case of you win some, you lose some. Furthermore, Klein didn't know how Adam wished for the times to develop. If a great smog of Backland happened again, he really had no way of extricating himself. These were people he cared about. At the very least, I have to know what the king's secret is before deciding what to do. Although I will say what this probably means is, if Klein is eventually able to kill the king, he would be able to get all 22 pathways complete. Because he would have seen it, and then he could, like, do a spirit channeling or something, and then get his... I mean, obviously, I'm talking about killing probably a sequence 1. So, like, I'm asking a lot here, you know? But you get what I mean. At the very least, I have to know what the king's secret is before deciding what to do. On the second blasphemy slate, apart from the Beyonder pathways and the potions, what other secrets does it have? He then looked around and said, "You may begin." Mr. Fool, is there any special meaning to the cross beside your hand? Audrey asked. If the answer requires an exchange, you can make a request. Klein placed the crucifix on the table because he wanted the members to ask. He could use this opportunity to inform the little son and the hanged man, who might have a chance of using the cross, of the news. After all, such matters were beneath Mr. Fool to expect him to raise them. How could the hanged man use it? Sorry. Wait. Oh, cause it. Oh wait, cause it's. Is Bard interchangeable with Thing? Is that it? Is Bard interchangeable with Oh, Bard is interchangeable with Sailor, so he might be able to become an Unshadowed. I see. Yeah. Okay. The question is nothing. It's something left behind by the sun god of ancient times. Sun god of ancient times? Ancient sun god? The creator that the City of Silver believes in? This cross has such origins. A captain of the Royal Guards who was a mere Sequence 5 had such a relic on him? Force couldn't believe her ears. Klein then mentioned its level isn't too high, corresponding to an unshadowed. Oh, he's such an asshat. He's a Sequence 4 himself, but he's like, it's rather weak. Yesterday when I received it, I was actually on the toilet and ran out of toilet paper. I had to use it, unfortunately. There was nothing else available. Like, get the fuck out of here. Why is he like this? Its greatest use is to eliminate the mental corruption of the Beyonder characteristics and help people who have consumed excessive potions to expel the characteristics. It will allow those who do not wish to remain in the mysterious world return to normalcy. This power is fascinating. No wonder Mr. Wold once asked me if given a chance I'd be willing to leave the mysterious world. Audrey's curiosity was satiated. Strange. It really is an item that makes me uncomfortable, Emlyn judged. Yeah, no wonder you'd turn into fucking ash if they turned it on. Derek was surprised as well, having a feeling that his dream was fulfilled. His dream was to free the residents of the City of Silver from the curse and return under the sun. And such a dream would be fulfilled if the relic inherited from ASG, the creator who the City of Silver believed in, were to appear. He then spoke before the Hanged Man. Mr. Fool, can I find a way to trade for this item? As long as you pay a sufficient price, Klein said with a nod. Mr. Fool is the best, the greatest, Derek praised. As long as a sufficient price is paid. Alder gained inspiration from Miss Magician's rental of the notebook and asked, Mr. Fool, is it possible to rent the cross for a day or a few hours? He didn't have any plans on renting as his Windblast potion had digested relatively quickly. He planned on considering the problem of purging the excess characteristic after he consumed the additional Ocean Songster potion. The additional Ocean Songster potion? What does that mean? Where's he getting an additional one? Oh, from the church? Yes, the fool answered. It can be rented? The Star Leonard had benefited quite significantly from borrowing Leimano's travel previously. So when he heard the Mr. Fool's answer, he focused. From the church? But why the fuck? Well, I guess he has to. He doesn't have a choice. But as soon as he drinks it, he just wants to purge it out. He doesn't even want to bother. But I mean, it'd make him stronger. But I guess it also increases his chance of losing control, so. After a few seconds, he realized he had no such needs. Not only was it off the sun pathway, which is only good against specters and wraiths, the Evernight path was good too. Furthermore, when he returned from Tinge to Backland, he had already obtained 4 flaring sun charms. He planned on giving half to Klein and keeping the other half for himself. As for purging the excess characteristic and leaving the mysterious world, he didn't need it. At this moment, Force glanced at Geo. She wasn't regretting them sacrificing the cross, but rather that she didn't attempt to use her powers or Leimano's travel to record its powers. After all, I can still rent it from Mr. Fool in the future. She tried to cheer herself up. Noticing no further requests, Klein retracted his gaze, gesturing for the members to begin transactions and discussions. In fact, the Unshadowed Crucifix had someone who potentially needed it. Anderson. This fellow had undergone a lot of experiments after boarding the Golden Sun under Vice Admiral Iceberg, doing so in a bid to digest the alien object inside him. There was already a certain level of success, but wasn't enough. Klein mumbles, I'll get Dennis to ask later. At this moment, Audrey raised a transaction. Ladies and gentlemen, which of you has a Dreamcatcher's Heart, Mind Illusion Crystal, or a Adult Mind Dragon's Complete Brain? Yes, I actually just keep those in my backpacks. It's like I have 6 of each of them. Some are in better condition than others, so we will need to talk about price. What the fuck do you think is going on here, Audrey? Who do you think has that on hand? Gear man's problem. Okay. Wait, where did we start? What chapter did we start on today? I will say, we're making good time. Okay. I mean, I need to make good time because I need to get to bed at a decent fucking hour or I'm actually cooked. After hearing Miss Justice, Derek enthusiastically said, "Our City of Silver warehouse likely has a complete brain of a mind dragon." It's an actual fucking joke. He actually just, like, yeah, he's like, we actually have 7 in the warehouse. He originally wanted to say that even if there was a mind dragon, it was most likely corrupted. But after the Bronze Cross, he felt that it was no problem. That's simple? If you do have it, what would you exchange it for? Audrey asked. I haven't thought about it. Derek felt a little embarrassed as he raised his hand and scratched the back of his head. His main goal now was to obtain the Creator's relic from Mr. Fool, but he didn't have anything of equivalent value. In the past, he would definitely be worried, but now he quickly came up with an idea. He decided to ask the chief because he was certain that the chief was interested in the Creator's relic. Due to having such thoughts, he really didn't know what payment he needed from Miss Justice. He planned on figuring it out. Yes, they oh, this is true, Dr. Z. This is true. Oh, you're literally right. Right up until the Tarot Club, they were literally the equivalent of having like $1 million in cash but being stuck on like a stranded island. They just had nothing to do with the money. But now they have someone who can actually spend the money. They're like, let's go buy a fucking yacht. We're not buying a fucking boat, okay? We're buying a yacht. Based. Alright, confirm it first. It's best if you can check if there's any blood of a mind dragon as well, Audrey asked. It was the hardest supplementary ingredient she needed. Audrey immediately looked around, indicating she was done. You don't have to look at me. Although I have some savings, there's something I want to buy. It mainly has to do with the teacher not giving me the Traveler's Potion formula. Among the first sequence 5s of The Apprentice, I like Traveler the most. I've been looking forward to heading to different places. But thinking of the long journey and the crowded and crude transportation and the inns, I'll be obstructed by so much baggy luggage. After I become a traveler, these won't be a problem. But saying, dude, that's actually true, Dr. Z. I can't even fucking imagine. Like, just wanting to buy a thing, and you're like, yeah, like, the price is fair, too. And then you're like, oh, I literally can't fucking buy this, because government. Like, oh. That's so crazy to me. I will say, I am starting to get a little worried about the spirit pendulum and the monocle and stuff, because I ordered it, and it's still just at confirmed. They haven't even, like, begun processing the order or anything. I'm not even... I might have just gotten scammed for real. I don't even fucking know. Gio pondered for a second. Everyone look out for the potion formula of Arbiter Pathway Sequence 6 and Sequence 5 Disciplinary Paladin. Sequence 6 Judge, Sequence Although someone else did say they ordered from them and they'd been waiting for a while too, so maybe they're just a little slow, I don't know. I don't want to be apocalyptic, but I'm just saying. She had a chance of obtaining the Judge formula from her MI9 contact, but she believed that the Viscount Stratford's death would cause a storm in Backland. Therefore, she planned on getting the Tarot Cup to make additional preparations. Besides, at Sequence 6 and 5, that would make her a quasi-high-ranking member of MI9. For informants in the periphery to apply for a potion formula, there was a high probability she would need to undergo a new round of investigations. To Gio, who was anxious to advance to a high sequence beyond her and figure out the secrets of the king, she couldn't place her hopes in the military. Alright, Alder was the first to reply. Due to the influence of the royal family and military, Church of Storm likely had some potions of the Arbiter Pathway. This wasn't something a Sequence 6 captain was responsible for, or should know. He only had a chance of knowing them after he officially became a Sequence 5 and was summoned back to the church. Following that, Cattleya said, the potion formula for Arbiter is strictly controlled by the lone and Phaenopoda royal families and military. They seldom appear in the wild, but I can help you try to obtain it. I can't guarantee success. Also, if you need it, I can provide you with a Judge's Pathway mystical item. After its shattering and reformation, it will become the main ingredient. Oh, that's actually really clever, because now they can shatter it with the cross. As for the method of obtaining the potion formula, it was actually simple. It was to take her initiative to listen to the ravings of the hidden sage and accept the knowledge he imbued. At Sequence 4, her tolerance had undergone a qualitative change. However, the hidden sage was definitely not an existence that lacked intelligence. He could attach negative influences in the knowledge he gave, and even send his powers down from above, corrupting the listener. Therefore, such an action was still dangerous. However, she was a member of the Moses Ascetic Order, so she had the courage. As an ancient organization that believed in the hidden sage, the upper echelons of the Ascetic Order had gradually found a relatively safe method to listen. Likewise, the hidden sage didn't have a ridiculously high level of malice towards members of the Moses Ascetic Order. He seldom brought harm to them, and most of the time simply imbued knowledge. I will say, bro, I feel like the true creator and the hidden sage are in like a fucking rap battle, and like everyone else is having to listen, and they're like, damn, bro, we're all just getting cooked here, and these people just keep going. To her, as long as she controlled the frequency and quantity, she could obtain knowledge in a rather safe manner. As for the tiny influence and corruption, she suspected that the process of entering the grey fog allowed her to eliminate it. The only problem was that Alder is like Adele if she lost all her singing ability, but continued to sing all the same. Like Adele has like a beautiful voice, holy shit! But like, goddamn, you take that away and that's Alder. As for the Judge Pathway item, she was willing to provide. It came from Anderson, a button. After she became a demigod, some of the items she held had little use. One of them was the button. Alright, I'll consider purchasing it after obtaining the formula, Gio said. I hope I can raise my sequence again by then, allowing me to use the Grey Fog's power that isn't just close to the level of an angel, but that of an angel. Only then can I shatter items and let the characteristics reform, otherwise I'll have to bother Maya Mariana or Will Ossepton. Wait, can't he just use the cross? What the fuck? Oh, no, that makes sense. Literally, I gotta keep reading. I wonder if the unshattered crucifix can purge an item's characteristic out. I don't think it'll work. It can coexist with those items, preventing them from even coming close. Other than this restriction, it should be possible in theory. I'll try to use the Grey Fog's power to force the crucifix to bind to other items. After discussing Miss Justice's misjudgment's matter, the other members didn't have anything else. Leonard had already covered up the weakness of his item. Alder began working hard to become legal. Derek was now only thinking of the Creator's relic. Emlyn and Cattleya had just recently advanced. Among them, Cattleya had the intention of renting the cross to see if she could cleanse the remnant corruption of the artisan sea elf. However, the Roselle diaries she gathered from Queen Mystic and were used for obtaining answers. She believed she was temporarily unable to produce anything that would garner Mr. Fool's interest. I'll try to gather the diary out at sea, Cattleya secretly said. After some thought, Emlyn said to the magician, Ma'am, in the next 2 weeks I might need to rent that notebook. No problem, Forrest said. She was happy because she could earn money. Try not to record full moon, she said. She'd be very troubled if that power was filled with the full moon. True. Yeah, she's just flipping through the book, accidentally flips to the wrong page and just immediately kills herself. Is the sanguine hunting of the key members of the Rose School of Thought about to begin? Alder asked. Yes. Once the plan is finalized, I'll get everyone to help me with suggestions. No problem. The first to reply was Gehrman. He's interested in this? Not only did Emlyn think this, but everyone had the same idea. With the Hanged Man, Hermit, and Justice agreeing to help Mr. Moon and plotting the operation, the Tarot Club's transaction segment came to an end. The world then sat up slightly and looked towards Leonard and said, "Help me ask if that person has seen the second blasphemy slate." Blasphemy slate? Audrey and the other members heard the term. The second blasphemy slate? Mr. Starr isn't as simple as he appears. He knows someone that might have seen the most important item in legend? No wonder his identity as a member of the church and official Beyonders has other secrets. No wonder he joined the Tarot Club. Leonard jumped in fright as well, never expecting Klein to raise such a question. After a few seconds, he said, "Okay." Alright, we are a full solid 20 minutes ahead of schedule right now. Oh. Wait. 20? Yeah, 20. Okay, 20 minutes out of schedule. Alright, if we can keep going at this pace, we'll be done in like 40 minutes, but I don't know if I can keep doing this. By the way, I think part of the reason I'm fucking up my sleep schedule so much is because at like 9 or 10 p.m. with you guys, I have a coffee every night, and I'm like, damn, I keep tossing and turning in bed, and fucking I wonder why. I shouldn't have that problem, because like my ADHD has always allowed me to fall asleep really well with like caffeine, but like, I don't know, nowadays I'm starting to have trouble sleep. Maybe it could also just be the fact that I'm, fucking scrolling TikTok or Instagram or some bullshit. Well, technically it's 11 right now, Luvian, but same principle. Yeah, no. Okay. After answering, nope, but let me change the title on screen really quickly. Take care of your health, Doc? Nah. You deny your pancreas its purpose, Justin. Black tea instead of coffee? No. Does that mean the old man might have seen something like this? Without giving Leonard a chance to think, the world then spoke. The Church of the Evernight has confirmed that the Lone King hides a particular sequence from the intel they received from MI9's deputy director. He secretly sent people to dig up the Blood Emperor's ruins and collided with the Demoness sect and the Psychology Alchemists. The three churches don't seem to have found enough evidence. With Haven Rambus's disappearance, the matter seemed to have calmed on the surface. There is reason to suspect that there's a traitor amongst the upper echelons of the churches. Something so major happened and Klein already knows? Why the hell don't I know about any of this, Leonard thought. Recalling the past, Leonard seemed to grasp something, but he was unable to fully grasp that inspiration. Gio, who had planned on sharing her encounter with the Viscount and the testimony at the Tarot Club, was stunned to realize Mr. World was already investigating a similar matter. If I had known this would happen, I would have sought Mr. World's help. We might have been able to circumvent the restrictions and get more clues. At this moment, while Alger was shocked, he connected it to the period 3 or 4 months ago, a period before the Star and Judgment joined. Back then, Gearman had requested the Tarot Club members to take note of Quanos Kilgore, and he accused Haven Rambus of being the mastermind behind Quaron's suicide. Indeed, a simple suicide case by Quaron wouldn't make the world expend so much resources. Which cardinal or high-ranking deacon could be a traitor, Alger thought. Normally, he wasn't someone the Church of Storms placed great importance on. The best outcome of a Beyonder who acted as a pirate for a long time was to become a Sequence 5. After returning to the Church, they could become an assistant to a mandated Punisher's upper echelon. It was almost impossible for them to wield holy artifacts and become demigods. Only with the situation changing and through the subsequent developments could he rely on the Tarot Club to showcase his capabilities. That way he may become a target to be nurtured. Likewise, Cattleya seemed to see the dark clouds accumulating in Backland, as well as the strong winds brewing there. She vaguely understood why the Queen had been staying in Backland for over half a year. I hope that it doesn't affect my hunting operation, Emlyn thought. Bro, he's such a selfish bitch. Also, I hope it doesn't make Father and me be busy like that period after the Great Smog last year. He's such a dick. I will take note of Havin Rambus's whereabouts, Audrey broke the silence. I'm investigating a matter that involves the king's secrets. If you need my assistance, please don't stand on ceremony, Gio asked. The fuck are you gonna do? Having said that, she briefly mentioned the problem of someone monitoring Charmaine. Alright. Klein knew that it was Trissy. He then made the world nod and chuckle and say, be it taking note of Havin's whereabouts or investigating the king's secret, take note of any matters that seem coincidental. If there are any coincidences, inform me immediately. Too many coincidences. Forbes and the other Tarot Club members repeated this phrase in their mind as they made their guesses. About 10 seconds of silence, Derek said, I'll be following the expedition team to the afternoon town camp after a period of making preparations and adjustments. This time, we may attempt to enter the Giant King's court. Last time you went to afternoon town, it wasn't a great time, brother. Be careful. We don't want you to die too soon. Therefore, they weren't, to Audrey and company, this wasn't something too sudden. They knew that they would attempt to launch such an operation after the sun advanced to sequence 5. Alger thought and reminded, when the time comes, listen to your chief's arrangements and try your best to pray to Mr. Fool frequently. If you're stumped, you can request a mini gathering for a discussion like the moon. Aw, that's so sweet. He was like, homie, you know, if shit hits the fan, hit me up, bro. I got you, right? Aw, that's so sweet. All right, Mr. Hanged Man, Derek said. After this matter was over, Alger turned to Mr. Fool and said, Honorable Mr. Fool, I have the answer to the matter you wanted me to investigate. There were 5 Faceac colonels who participated in the Conatop Sea Battle in 1338. 2 died in battle, and 1 died 2 years ago due to excessive drinking after being discharged. 1 was promoted to Commodore and was transferred to the Imperial Navy College and became its Vice-Chancellor. 1 became a Rear Admiral and is currently serving as the 2nd officer of the Faceac Subjugation Fleet 2nd Squadron. Someone remind me, why were we looking into this guy? I remember that Klein told him to look into it. I just can't remember why. Derek's subplot incoming, what horrors? Oh, I don't even want to know. Derek's so cooked, man. His whole life is just so hard. Just as he said that, Alder requested for the right to conjure a piece of paper filled with the detail. The fool allowed it to flash in his palm and scanned through it. Owner of the gloves? I see. Yeah, okay, yeah. A monocle? I don't think I've seen you here before, man. How you doing? By the way, really clever name. He had made the Hanged Man investigate the Faceac colonel, mainly to seek out Creeping Hunger's original owner. That naval officer had captured the NMAT's second mate, Andy Hayden, in that sea battle and grazed him. He was one of the absolute victors, so it was impossible for him to have died. As for his subsequent discovery and encounter in the primitive island, they made Klein suspect that Kilongos had been given the glove by the Twilight Hermit Order. It's fine, I haven't been here since the Donghua. Oh, I see. Okay, no worries. All the same, I appreciate you popping by, man. Be it an official or a periphery member, it's impossible for him to die that easily. Of course, I can't eliminate the possibility of him being silenced. Klein thought through it and remembered the 3 names on the piece of paper. Boris, Suzdal, Dmitriev. Regarding his gaze, the fool nodded and said to the Hanged Man, continue gathering intel on the latter 3, figure out everything about their lives. Yes, Mr. Fool. This was an opportunity for him. After the mission was completed, he could attempt to borrow the cross. After another round of exchanges, the Tarot Club came to an end. Leonard then returned to the real world. He then asked the old man, have you seen the second blasphemy slate? No. The one who saw the second blasphemy slate was my great-grandfather. Who the hell mentioned this? Oh, it does exist. The One Piece is real! I'm sorry, I'm a fucking child, bro. No wonder he could become an angel. After a few seconds, Leonard asked, old man, do you know the potion formula for Night Watcher? Naive. According to my great-grandfather, it was an urgent situation and a limited opportunity. The slate could disappear at any moment. Any smart person would grasp a complete pathway before looking at the rest. In addition, the knowledge of the blasphemy slate appeared in essence and not textual form. Everyone who saw it needed some time to interpret it. When it was taken away, not everyone managed to memorize the whole pathway. So how the hell could they care about others? I do have a number of potion formulas of other pathways, but they were slowly gathered by the family over time. There aren't many high sequence formulas. Is that so? Who took the slate away? If my grandfather's description isn't wrong, that should be the King of Angels had, By the way, imagine having divination in One Piece. You could just divine the One Piece location. Nah, it would be like, oh, it's hidden above the Great Fog, so it fucking messes with all divination or some shit every time. A monocle, even if they had that. The 7 deities, no, the 6 deities back then didn't participate in the matter. Leonard asked. Not, at least, not on the surface. What the fuck does that even mean? You asked if the guys that saw the slate would have every pathway, but it just got clarified? Yeah, true. True. But that's so interesting. What he said, even what he said there, is like, oh, it didn't appear in textual form. It appeared in essence. What the fuck does that even mean? This is like some bullshit that like therapists and like movies or TV shows say. Like the most vague bullshit that like barely has any coherent meaning. And you're like, I know you said a sentence full of words that's supposed to fucking mean something, but it means nothing. What the fuck does that even mean? A bolt of lightning streaked across the deep sky, illuminating the city of Silver. Oh, God. Leonard opened his eyes, got off his bed, and dashed for the door. How do I mention this to the chief? Directly tell him that such an item has caught my eye? No, according to the hanged man, the chief has a tacit understanding. I can't be too direct. He paused, trying to recall the conversation with Miss Justice, the hanged man, and the rest. After simulating the possible developments, Derek bit his lip and decided to be direct. Carrying Thunder God's roar, he pulled open the door, entered the streets, and headed for the towers north of the city. Along the way, many residents came out of their house, smiling. This period of time was for the harvesting season for the black-faced grass, a festival for the city of Silver to offer offerings to the Creator. It was one of the rare days where people could truly be happy. Happy about what, bro? That what little menial fucking food you have to give some of it to a god that hasn't responded in millennia? God. Seeing children who were skipping about and adults wearing black-faced grass amulets and rings, Derek's heart calmed down. Coming to the spire, he passed the message to the chief, Colin Iliad. This demon hunter was messy and grizzled as always. Having not put effort into combing it, the wrinkles on his face were rather deep. After Derek saluted him and said, "How's your grasp of the Priest of Light potion?" This was referring to the spirituality convergence and responding familiarity of the various theurgical spell. What the fuck is theurgical? Theurgy practice associated with the invocation or evocation of the presence of one or more deities. Almost grasped it, Derek answered. Yes, there's no rush. The other members of the expedition team have yet to make preparations. They still need time, like Lovia. She's gathering and searching for the ingredients needed for her advancement. She's trying to become a demigod? Oh, you guys, bro, if she becomes a demigod, you guys are cooked. Colin? Gone, but never forgotten, brother. I'm saying that about everyone at this point. Elder Lovia has the subsequent potion formula? Yes. Is there something this time? Colin asked. Your Excellency, I discovered a relic of the Creator. It corresponds to the Sequence 4 Unshadowed of the Sun pathway. Relic? He had felt pain that the Creator had been eaten for a long time, knowing that he had completely fallen, never to return. This made him develop the illusion that it was common sense. Faced with the chief's question, Derek fell silent, at a loss for an explanation. Yes, relic. The kings betrayed the Lord. He subconsciously used the term the ecclesiastic at the afternoon town used. Oh, he fucked. Relic means death. Oh, that's why he's shitting his pants. Oh, I didn't get that. Oh, okay, I see. Colin looked at Derek, his eyes seemingly losing focus. Got it. Surprisingly calm about it. His voice subconsciously turned deeper. He didn't ask where the relic of the Creator came from or where Derek found it. He said, "You've already become a Sequence 5. You have the right to know what holy sealed artifacts the city has. Once you're able to converge your spirituality and grasp the liturgical spell, I'll give you the corresponding info and take you to the place where they are sealed. If you have an affinity with an item and can reduce its negative effects, you can have it." Oh, so Derek is going to try to get one. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Derek is going to try to get one that he can exchange for it. Oh, cool. Okay. The affinity he mentioned here referred to the similarity between Derek's psyche and the remnant high sequence Beyonder psyche mark left on the sealed artifact. It could reduce the terrifying negative effects by deceiving it to a degree. Can someone explain that? I'm dumb. What? Hope is the best cope? In the City of Silver, there wasn't a lack of common Beyonder characteristics and ingredients. Furthermore, everyone knew the acting method. It didn't, This only prevented them from... The only thing that prevented them from advancing was the rituals. At times, without a potion formula, it didn't stop a Sequence 8 from advancing to 7 or 7 to 6. As long as one had advanced correctly by consuming the potions the previous time and had digested it. If one was willing to take the risk, they could attempt to directly consume a characteristic to advance. The chances of success weren't too low, but from 6 to 5 without the help of a ritual, the chances were very low. Therefore, in the City of Silver, there were a lot of Sequence 6 Beyonders, but 5 and up became rare. Why did the chief mention this? He means that I can choose an artifact to exchange for the item? I haven't even mentioned yet. Yes, I'll offer the info to Mr. Fool to see which item would please him. Yes, Your Excellency. He didn't say anything else as he bade farewell and prepared to participate in the harvest. Colin watched his figure disappear as he walked to the window and cast his gaze at the altar. There were already people gathered there. They were circling the Creator's altar and were using ancient dances to please the deity. They had obvious smiles on their faces, their eyes brimming with hope and anticipation. Such expectation had been repeatedly shattered in the past 2 or 3 millennia. Colin stood by the window and watched intently. You know how old characteristics of the remnant psyche of the past owner? Yes, I do. So if the new Beyonder or artifact holder is similar to the old one, they'll be compatible. Oh, I see. Okay. Bachland Street, Backland. After returning above the grey fog, Klein's heart felt heavy. Roselle's diary page allowed him to understand the secrets of the Spectator. He understood how dangerous it would be for him to continue investigating the king, even with the Evernight Goddess and the Church. It mainly has to do with the goddess's digesting of the death pathway uniqueness. She won't be able to descend for a long time. Regardless, even with Mem Ariana, Will Ossept, and Palo Zoroast, even against a King of Angel, it isn't an outcome that spells certain doom. Even if I were to die, they still have a chance of grabbing my corpse. The longer I hold on, the higher my odds of survival. Well, all you need to do is become a Sequence 1, and then you're kind of chilling. Have we considered... Listen, I think Klein is forgetting. If he just becomes a Sequence 1, he's chilling. I don't know what you see, he's so smart usually, but he just forgot this simple. You see the corporations don't want you to know this simple trick. Previously, above the grey fog, he had already decided to focus his investigation. It was to pursue Katerina and Trissy, whose current sequence was unknown. As for Havin Rambus, as long as he didn't take the initiative to contact Miss Justice, he wouldn't try to seek him out. On one hand, I'm waiting for Miss Judgment's feedback, and on the other, I should try to see if I can find Vice Admiral Ailment. By using their blood connection, I can try to lock on to Katerina. That isn't realistic. The churches will definitely come up with this method, and the Demoness sect will counter it. I'll just get Dan to search for items related to Vice Admiral Ailment. I'll also ask him about Anderson. This isn't too pressing. I'm still experimenting with the crucifix. He had already used the Grey Fog suppression to bind the unshadowed crucifix and the mystical item, Broken Finger, together. He wanted to see if they're forged, if the Beyonder characteristic would be purged. After resting for a while, Klein changed his clothes and planned on going to the cathedral before visiting the Foundation. His valet wasn't actually Inuni, but Quanos Kilgore. Backland's weather these days was often gloomy, and the gas lamps lining the two sides of the road had yet to be lit up, but both the houses on both streets had already been lit. Remember how Roselle talked about the one guy in the Sauron family who was said to be talented because he was similar to... Oh, I see. Okay. Klein watched all of this expressionlessly as he rode his carriage from Buckland Street to the cathedral to pray. He then walked into the Bursary Foundation. As he approached, he heard a ringing sound. He saw Miss Audrey riding a modified bicycle. Audrey's riding a bicycle? What the fuck? Huh? As he approached he saw Audrey riding a modified bicycle which didn't have a horizontal bar and was rather exquisite. She was wearing a plain white dress and a pair of black leather boots. Her blonde hair was tied up as her green eyes were peeled on the road. Good morning, Mr. Dantes, Audrey smiled brightly. Good afternoon, Miss Audrey. You seem to be in a good mood. You're right, I am in a great mood. After writing this for a while, all my troubles have disappeared. 1040, the tranquil surface of the area of the sea. My lord, my speed today is actually crazy. I am speed, ka-chow. I am 22 minutes ahead of schedule. Wait. No, there's no way that's true. Because I'm 7... Wait, how long have I been live? Like an hour and a half. I've been reading for an hour 20. I should be on chapter 4 right now, but I'm on 7. I'm a full hour ahead. Never mind, I can't count. Holy shit, I'm a full hour ahead. That's insane. How did I read this quickly? What? What was in my fucking coffee? Am I on meth? What? How did I... Dude, I cut my reading time in half. How is that even possible? No, fuck that, Tinup. I have to go to bed, man. I got work in the morning. Ugh, work. But next the next couple of days should kind of be based because I think I mentioned this last time, but I'm going to a different branch, not tomorrow, not Monday, but for the rest of the week and maybe even for a little bit while. I'm going to be going to a different branch, which is awesome because right beside that branch, well, not right beside, but like 2 doors down, is a climbing gym. So I can literally finish work, bring a change of clothes with me, go climb immediately after, and then come home and be chilling. You know, that's awesome. I love climbing, but like normally for me to go climbing, I have to fucking drive to the fucking climbing gym, which is like half an hour away, and Ugh, so much friction. But like if it's right down the door, I can fucking just head over it right away. That's awesome. Okay, not bad. A spectator's ability to adjust their own emotions is impressive. Klein commented inwardly as he looked at the golden retriever on the back seat of the bicycle. Is this a bike specially designed for women? What do you mean specially designed for women? If you want to ride it, you can too. I only told the people of the bike company that they needed to consider the requirements of different demographics. This is their latest product. It has yet to be industrialized. I was given a prototype. Ramiro, you understand that it's more of a fucking problem that like you're calling me an unk and you're saying, oh, he exercises, and you're 18 and you never exercise, bro. Come on. Trust me, this is more on you. You know what Frieza would say? Oh, monkey. Monkey. Very good. Oh, an excellent idea, Klein praised. Do you know the owner of the bike company? Of course, I'm one of the major shareholders. Major shareholders? I almost forgot. I see. My imagination still isn't so good, Klein laughed. How so? How does it feel after writing it? It's great. It's so suitable for women, Audrey said. That wasn't what you said a moment ago, Klein said. Klein thought. Audrey continued, to me, it can help me adjust my mood and relieve stress. It's like riding a horse, but that needs special equipment, and I have to do it at the horse ranch. It's impossible to get the horse to gallop at full speed at home or on the streets. But bicycles don't have that problem. I can even head into an alley which the horse carriages can't enter. It allows me to see different sights. Just now, I rode past a house and saw their garden blooming with flowers. Walter, you heading out? When I encountered the people on other bicycles, I feel happy too. They work hard to live, carrying that little bit of hope. Although they're in a rush and busy, they don't appear listless. Okay, don't laugh at me. I know that you want to say that those who can afford bicycles are definitely not the lowest rungs of society, but I'm just happy for them. I hope that one day I can ride through every street in Backland. As Klein listened, his mood improved as well. He laughed. No, I have no way of refuting it. That sounds interesting. This is what I wish to see in Backland. The more, the merrier. Yeah, that's not useful at all, Walter, but all the same, I appreciate it. But then, couldn't you just save all three right up until the end of the hour and then just... Oh no, because the hour starts as soon as you send one. I see. Oh, I see, Walter. Okay, never mind. I originally had doubts about certain things, but I have fewer doubts now. With that said, he pointed at 22 Phelps Street, the Bursary Foundation. Let's go in. It looks like it's about to rain soon. All right, I'll park the bicycle. Audrey got off and pushed it to the side. There was a parking spot for bicycles, which had been specifically demarcated. It was indoors, so there was no need to be afraid of rain. It was an organization like the Foundation. More and more of the staff who needed to travel deep into the East Borough were beginning to ride bikes. Of course, none of them dared to venture deeply into the East Borough. Walter scientifically analyzed. I know. The fucking people on YouTube's side who coded the fucking XP system wouldn't know it in as much detail as Walter does right now. It's crazy. I mean, good for him, because we all had so many questions about it, and Walter is like, don't worry, guys. I'm going to scientifically get to the bottom of it. Based. Remember even a yes, Dr. Z, I do. Yeah, he was in Trier or whatever, right? Audrey previously chuckled. I previously heard that Mr. Dantas was one of the people attempting to compete with Hibbert for buying the shares. I get it now, Susie revealed a smile. Inside the Bursary Foundation, Klein very gentlemanly waited until Miss Audrey returned with her Beyonder dog and followed them to the second floor. At this moment, a staff came forward and said to Miss Audrey, Director Chancellor Portland Mama of the Backland University of Technology is waiting for you. Why? He didn't say. Before the staff could finish his sentence, Portland Mama walked out of the reception room. Honorable Miss Audrey, please forgive me for rashly paying a visit. It's my pleasure, Audrey replied. This is the thing. I want to add a mechanical laboratory to our technical university. The goal is to invent and promote various mechanical technologies that aid businesses and daily lives. I wonder if you're interested in donating or investing in them. Dwayne, how about it? Do you have any thoughts of working together? Don't worry. I'll get a grant from the Higher Education Commission. I love how he says, like, good afternoon, good morning, Miss Audrey. How are you doing? I apologize for intruding. Dwayne, what do you think? Like, I don't give a fuck about you. You're rich, but like, you're a commoner. I don't give a fuck. It's a good idea, but Backlund and the entire kingdom might fall into a war soon. Audrey nodded slightly. It sounds interesting, but I need more info. This is a responsibility for myself. I think so too, Klein added. Did you get where he's telling them to invest in? What? We wish to add a mechanical to our technical university. I don't get it, Doctor. It's the university where Melissa goes, right? What are you asking me? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, that is what you're referring to. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I remember this guy because he was the one that introduced us to Melissa. He was like, "Oh, I found her. She's a brilliant student." No problem. I'll arrange the information when I get back, Maman chortled. In the Fog Sea on the Golden Dream, Gehrman is worried about Anderson? And what's the meaning of searching for items related to Vice Admiral Ailment? Many pirates are wildly going after something similar, but they've never succeeded. Danitz, who had received Gehrman's message, was completely puzzled. Earlier, Audrey and Klein visited the university, and they visited the Chancellor's office, and Melissa entered the Chancellor's office, and they were... Oh yeah, you might not have been here. I don't know. But regardless of his puzzlement, he thanked Mr. Fool carefully. Following that, he put down his fishing rod and turned to the cabin. He knocked on the door and entered. Inside was Anderson. How is it? How's the digestion of that thing in your stomach? Danitz asked. It already knows how to... What the fuck? I'm not saying that. You guys are gonna clip me. You guys are bitches, bro. It already knows I'm the one in control. Let's put it that way. Anderson immediately returned to his relaxed state as he said, "Just joking, it's not that bad. Your captain has ideas and the drive. The only problem is that we've met with failures too many times." The object in my stomach has been isolated. It won't affect me for long. As he spoke, he rubbed his belly. Danitz pricked up his eyebrows and asked, "There was originally some sort of effect?" You should have heard that some beyonder characteristics or potions will seep into items that are in prolonged contact with them or transform into sealed artifacts. But a human body is a special item. At times, I really do suspect that you obtained beyonder powers through contact with potions and not through consumption. That's why your brain is rotted. Oh, he's such a bitch. In the past, Danitz would have been furious, but now he just chuckled. In other words, if you don't isolate it, the thing in your stomach will gradually fuse and reconstruct your body, including your brain. Very good. Continue. Don't stop. I think you can attempt to advance to Sequence 6. You're usually very skilled at setting up fires. I'm only lacking in ingredients, Danitz answered. How is the matter supposed to be dealt with after its isolation? Danitz asked. 2 possibilities. 1. To seek the help of a demigod, such as an unshadowed, allowing the object to seep out bit by bit. In this aspect, your captain knows someone who can do it. The only problem is that my beyonder characteristic might be purged as well. It'll drop my sequence, or maybe even turn me normal. The second line of thought is to think of a way to obtain the Iron-Blooded Knight potion formula. Prepare the ritual and supplementary ingredients to see if there's a way to accommodate that object and use it to become a demigod. That sounds dangerous, Danitz said. Indeed, it's very dangerous. I don't even know if it'll work. But don't you think it's interesting to have such a challenging task? At least it's more consistent with my aesthetic judgment. No. Don't you have a large inheritance? No wealth. I can bring back your ashes. Anderson wasn't annoyed at all, as he solemnly nodded. When the time comes, you can consider eating my ashes directly. He said, bite me, bitch. Why isn't it possible to provoke this guy at all? Danitz's mouth twitched as he decided to give up. Late at night, 160 Balkland Street. Just as Klein was about to sleep, he saw Miss Messenger walk out of the void, holding an envelope. Who's it from? Klein asked. Sharon, who doesn't like nicknames. So she gave her a nickname that says she doesn't like nicknames. Oh, that's so cute. Look at that, guys. Hour and a half, 7 chapters, 50 minutes ahead of time. Goated behavior. Tomorrow, when Easy's reading, even if he does a 7-hour stream, you tell him. He can read for 7 hours. I merely need 2 hours to get caught up. Easy work, boys. Easy work. Alright, let me just quickly pop open Discord. I don't think there's anything, because I don't think there's anything that's... Yeah, there's no artwork. That's good. Well, not necessarily good, but... Alright, I want to stream 12 hours tomorrow? Fuck that. Jesus Christ, I have to... No, I have work. Ugh. Although I promise, next weekend we're gonna have so much fun because it's a long weekend and I'm chilling, so we should have a good time. All right, guys, we're gonna end stream. Thank you everyone for popping by. Have a great rest of your day or nights. I'll catch y'all tomorrow night. No morning stream tomorrow. Yeah. Next stream will be in like 22 hours or something. I don't know. I'll schedule it ahead of time so y'all know. All right. Bye everyone. Love you guys.